Hi, second period Algebra 1. This is Chapter 1, Lesson 2. Your quote today comes from Horseradish, Bitter Truths You Can't Avoid by Lemony Snicket. Page 37. Most schools have a system of loud bells which startle the students and teachers at regular intervals and remind them that time is passing even more slowly than it seems. Exponents. I hope you all remember exponents. If you don't, let's do a crash course in exponents. Let's say I have 2 to the fourth power. The big number is the base. Small number is the exponent. And if I were to include the whole thing, the base and the exponent, that's what we call a power. And basically, the exponent tells the base how many times it's going to multiply itself by. So if I have an exponent of 4, that means I have to multiply 2 times itself 4 times. So there we go. So it's basically a pretty big number. And then so what it means to simplify is to write this as just one number. So if 2 to the fourth power is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, well, 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 2 is 4. Well, 4 times 4 is 16. So 2 to the fourth power actually simplifies down to 16. There you go. Alright, that's your crash course in exponents. Now on to your crash course in order of operations. You will be doing exponents in your order of operations, so make sure you keep up on that. So the first thing we need to do is we need to look for grouping symbols. In the first example problem, there is no grouping symbol, so we can move on to the next one, which is simplifying exponents. Well, I do have an exponent there. So I'm going to have 3 times 6 minus 4 to the second power means 4 times 4, which is 16 divided by 2. Next up, I need to do division and multiplication from left to right. Because multiplication and division have the same basically value, we need to know which order to do them in. And so in math we do them from left to right, which is the same way we read in the English language. So I've got a multiplication there from left to right, and I have a division there. So 3 times 6 is 18 minus 16 divided by 2, which is 8. So then the final thing is addition and subtraction from left to right. And again, addition and subtraction have the same value. So I have to do them from left to right if I have addition and subtraction in the same problem. Well, 18 minus 8 is 10, so that's your final answer. Alright, number 2. So number 2 definitely has some some grouping symbols in there. So let's go ahead and take care of them. So 5 plus 3 is 8, divided by 2 plus, so inside here, I still have to follow the order of operations. So I'm going to simplify these exponents. So 5 to the second power means 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25 minus 3. So inside of that grouping symbol, I really have 25 minus 3, which is 22. So now I've simplified the grouping symbols and the exponents. So now I can move on to multiplication and division. So I only have one set of division, that's 8 divided by 2, which is 4, plus 22, and last but not least is the adding and subtracting. So that's going to give me a total of 4 plus 22 is 26. There we go. So I hope that wasn't too hard. Alright, next up is evaluating expression. So when it means to evaluate expression, that usually means that there is a variable, and that variable has a value. In this case, for number 1, C and D have values where C is 2 and D is 5. So what I'm going to do is every time I see the letter C, I'm going to replace it with a 2. And every time I see the letter D, I want to replace it with the letter the number 5. So I have 4 times 2 minus 2 times 5 divided by 2. Now I'm just going to go ahead and follow the order of operations. So there's technically grouping symbols, but since it's already simplified inside the grouping symbol, and that we can't get any more simple than 2 and 5, we just need to start working outside of them now. So multiplication and division from left to right. So, excuse me, when you've got a number next to the parentheses, that means multiplication. So I do have some multiplication and I have some division. But from going from left to right, I have 4 times 2, which is 8, minus 2 times 5, which is 10, and then I have to divide by 2. So I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. So now I have 8 divided by 5, because 10 divided by 2 is 5, and then 8 divided by, 8 minus 5 is 3. So that's your final answer. Okay, so the last bit of problems is still an evaluation of an expression where I need to replace r with 2 and t with 3. So r times, because remember when you've got a letter right next to a letter, it means multiplication. T is 3. Oh, what was r again? R was 2. So let me get that 2 in there. And then to the second power. So again, following the order of operations, I have to take care of the exponent first. 3 to the second power means 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 9 is 18. So that is the answer for that one. Alright, so let's go ahead and do B. R is 2, so it's going to be 2 squared, 2 to the second power, times 3, because t is 3, right there. So now I have 2 times 2, because 2 to the second power means 2 times itself. So that's 4 times 3 is equal to 12. Alright, last but not least. So basically, because this exponent is outside of the parentheses, it's going to apply to everything in it. And it's basically going to be r squared times RT times RT. No squared there. Because basically I'm taking everything that's in here and multiplying by itself. Because that's what the square means. Alright, but now I need to replace some letters with some numbers. So if I've got r times t times r times t, it's basically going to be 2 times 3 times 2 times 3. Well, 2 times 3 is 6, and I've got 2 of those, so it's really going to be 6 times 6, which is 36. Again, don't forget to box your answers. Alright, hope everybody has a good 3D weekend. Hope you get a chance to watch this by Tuesday, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Bye!